Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a pivotal figure in the civil rights movement, dedicated his life to advocating for racial harmony and the realization of the American dream for all. As the U.S. comes together to celebrate his life and legacy on Monday, January 15, 2024, for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Time has compiled a number of lesser-known facts about the man whose unwavering commitment to justice and equality shaped the course of American history. He was the first black person to be named Time Man of the Year. Time named King as the 1963 Man of the Year, making the civil rights leader the first black person to receive the honor. Few can explain the extraordinary King mystique, Time wrote in the story. Yet he has an indescribable capacity for empathy that is the touchstone of leadership. By deed and by preachment, he has stirred in his people a Christian forbearance that nourishes hope and smothers injustice. King later said that being named Time Man of the Year, now Person of the Year, was a tribute to the entire civil rights movement, and commended the magazine for prominently featuring a black person on its cover. MLK improvised part of his "I Have a Dream" speech, the resounding "I Have a Dream" speech that Martin Luther King Jr. delivered at the March on Washington in 1963 almost didn't include those powerful words. His advisors thought he had overused the theme in his speeches, prompting him to draft a different speech for the address titled, "Normalcy Never Again." But as King addressed the crowd of nearly 250,000 in Washington, gospel singer Mahalia Jackson called out to him, "Tell him about the dream, Martin." He paused, and then decided to leave his prepared notes behind to improvise the entire next section of his speech, which famously begins, "So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal." An assassination attempt affirmed his faith in nonviolence. A decade before his death, King narrowly escaped an assassination attempt while signing copies of his memoir about the year-long Montgomery Bus Boycott, Stride Toward Freedom, in Harlem. Izola Ware Curry, a 42-year-old black woman, approached him and thrust a 7-inch ivory-handled steel letter opener into his chest with such force that it snapped the handle. "I've been after him for 6 years. I'm glad I done it," she reportedly shouted. The blade stopped just beside his heart, and doctors later told him that if he had so much as sneezed, he would not have survived. After the incident, King said that he bore no animus toward the woman and did not want charges pressed, reiterating his commitment to nonviolence. Curry was committed to a mental hospital and died in 2015.